Stai ascoltando RadioKaosItaly.com, la radio in vetrina.
Hello. Good afternoon from Rome. Today is not so hot. We are here broadcasting from Radio Chaos Italy. Me, Francesca Romana, and with me, the fantastic Gigi. And today, as an exceptional thing, my lovely Jack Russell, called Fred, is here with us. So I apologize in advance if there is a bark at some point. Hopefully not. He's used to to be with me at work, but this is the nice thing, and the fact that you are sure that this is a live show with all the things that can happen. Anyway, good afternoon from Rome and good morning from Blues and Roots Radio, from where we are broadcasting. As I have to tell you that as every season here in Rome, we take a pause over the summer, so our studio will be closed until around mid-September, late September, and we will broadcast live again at that time, for that time. But we will broadcast our shows anyway, thanks to the great Blues and Roots Radio, and we will update you with musical news and so on our Facebook page, Acoustic Roots Rome, so keep in touch and write me if you want to be broadcast in our show Acoustic Roots Rome. Today I wanted to play something up and really acoustic, so I prepared a mixture of some of the best acoustic rock, blues, bluegrass songs from various bands and artists, mainly from Italy, UK and USA. I want to start with an artist from Wisconsin, USA. His project is called the Star Prayer Project. That is the songwriter Nolan Chu Jr. And to bring his songs to life, Nolan collaborates with musicians and producers from LA, Los Angeles to London, so it's an international project. And the project is named after the village of Star Prayer that is 50 miles northeast of Minneapolis. And the song I'm going to play is taken from his latest album called Panacea in Italian, I think Panacea in English. The album included Nolan Chen as a songwriter, Rudiger from LA on vocals and production, Marcello Vieira from Portugal, same vocals production, and Dick, I think Richard, on instrumentation, engineering and production. So it's really an international collaboration between countries, and I'm very happy to promote it here. So let's start. This is the Star Prayer Project, Frantic Mind.
Brain, I'm up, I'm down, every which way. My up, I'm down every which way. My state of mind is pretty rough. My frantic thoughts just run amok. My frantic mind is such a mass that chaos reigns to rule the rest. My manic mind goes round and round. The peace of mind left to be found. It's a frail and frantic mind inside. It's a dazed and frazzled mind. Oh my, it's a frail and frantic mind inside. It's a dazed and frazzled mind. Oh my.
Frantic Mind by this new project, the Star Prey Project. Very good. So hope you enjoyed this vibrant start. And I want to go on with this vibe with a band called the Archive Valley. They are mainly in bluegrass all time. Let's say they drew from the repertoire of old time and Americana, stripping back old melodies and building them up once again with jazz, classical and experimental folk influences. They are from Italy, mainly from Rome, and the musicians feature mandolin, banjo, double bass, accordion, piano, plus vocals, of course. And they are a trio, and I got the pleasure to listen to them live over the last winter, and I have to say that assisting at their live gig is a very enjoyable experience. They released their debut album last year, although all of them are experienced musicians with collaborations and solo careers. And they made a tour even in the UK and took part in several radio shows in Italy and abroad. This album is called Lost in the Archive Valley, so their name Archive Valley Band, and was published at the end of 2018. And the album has been defined by the critics as dazzling debut. They are Matam Rocklitz on the vocal, banjo and mandolin, Edoardo Petretti on piano and accordion, Marco Zenini on double bass. And I wanted you to enjoy this original song written from them that is called Ghost in the Water.
Don't let him hear you, don't let them see you, wants to come near you. Just a ghost in the water, ghost in the water, ghost in the water. But I tell you what's strange, we look just the same, must be my mind playing games. I hear you laugh like me, I hear you cry like me, but it can't be, it can't be. just a ghost in the water, ghost in the water, ghost in the water. But when I lay down at night, the wind carries your plight, and I wonder what's right. Will you change me? Will you rename me? Will you save me?
Ghost in the Water, Archive Valley, woo woo woo. And going on with something blues, let's say blues rock, with an Italian band called Steve's Blend. Steve's Blend, I had the pleasure of having them here in the studio last year, playing live in Rome from Radio Chaos Italy, and is a project from Stefano De Angelis. Stefano De Angelis is a guitarist and composer, and he brings together musicians who share their love for blues music. The band is basically a trio with Stefano De Angelis on guitar, Michael Brill on bass from UK, and Pierantozzi on drums. And this trio often includes the participation of guest musicians, like in the releasing of the band's first album. Various vocalists, piano and harmonica players like Claudio Martinez. Also, Claudio Martinez is the director of the fantastic video they shot near Rome called This Is My River. I suggest you to have a look at that. And the album is called The Blues Hill and includes 10 original tracks composed by Stefano himself. The arrangements are simple, let's say basically acoustic, because Stefano wanted to keep his songs rooted in the acoustic blues, so nothing too much electric. In fact, even when there is the electric guitar, it remains very simple, so with a very clean sound, let's say that. And I want to enjoy a song from this band and this album that is called Guitar Boogie. Steve's Blend.
Looking for a long time like a blind man in Babylon, underground and on the street, desperately hopeless, wandering from town to town more. When I saw you abandoned on that bridge alone, looked so bad, but I saw the heat and beauty through your door. You are my guitar. I took you from the ground and I carry you to my home, taking care of you for 3 days and for 3 nights. I've painted the red body and I clean up the neck. Now you're ready for a new life and you can shine again. Blue so bad, but so big, heat and beauty through your door. You are my guitar. are meant to be together. I want to hear your scream with the sun and any weather. Meant to be together. I want to hear your scream with the sun and any weather. It was a rainy day when I first looked at you. Now I walk around the world with my guitar in its case. I love you every night and I hold you oh so tight. We're a perfect couple, it's our love at high voltage. Look so bad, but so they eat and beauty through your dance. You are my guitar. You are my guitar. You are my guitar.
You are my guitar, Guitars Boogie. This was Steve's Blend, a project from Italy. And now from Italy, we go back to England with a song I played last year, and time to time I replay because I really like the feel, the mood of this song. And it's an original song written by Ben Summers and played with this band called The Peregrines. Ben Summers is a lovely musician that I personally know and say hi if you are listening. Then he has different projects. The Ben Summers String Band. They play original and traditional music, bluegrass and old-time and more modern acoustic music. And also he plays, in which he plays double bass, that is one of his main instruments. And also he plays the saxophone. He's a very good saxophone player. And he has another project called Brass Hysteria, that is a jazzy, funky horns quartet plus drums. But this song is from The Peregrines, that is a trio between UK and US, with also the participation of Grant Gordy, that is a brilliant acoustic guitar player who plays from jazz to bluegrass to classical music. So with Ben Summers on double bass and sax, John Walsh on mandolin, and Grant Gordy. So let's listen now this lovely song that is Life on the Road. And with this song I wish to all my friends musicians to start again gigging around. Life on the Road.
Yesterday I woke in the house upon the coast. Through the curtain crack I felt the soft May sun. I rubbed my face and shook my head, kicked off the sheets, fell out of bed, pulled on my clothes and grabbed my old suitcase. After near 3 hours drive, we found a welcome homely dive. Took out our cases, put them on the floor. We were told to rest a while, took a drink and a ruined smile. Walked on the stage, began the evening song. Life on the road helps me bear the life I chose, with music, friends, newfound family. drawn, the doors were locked. Drinks flowed, each singer took a turn. Silence and a song, to some we even sang along. Then arm in arm we stumbled up the hill. Oh, life on the road helps me bear the life I chose. With music, friends, and newfound family. Watching the street and I'm all alone. From the window I see the city's night go on. I think back to the fun we had. We laughed, the jokes both good and bad. This song I sing has verses yet to come. Life on the road helps me bear the life I chose. With music, friends, and newfound family. This life on the road helps me bear the life I chose. With music, friends, and newfound family.
Life on the road. So this is for the best wishes from me to all my fellow musicians again, to start again playing around despite all these difficult times. The next artist I want to present to you today is Lucas Choizimbel from Canada, Montreal exactly. He is a lovely guitarist, mainly finger-picking guitar playing, and songwriter, and he recorded a new album last year. And very kindly he sent to me this new release. And I think it's very, very interesting, and I invite you to follow this very good artist. So I want to play a song with a very good title that is titled The More We Have, The Less We Are. So this is Lucas Choizimbel.
Some people seem to always be smiling, some seem to not know how. Beauty hides in unlikely places, I think I found it now. Pretty posters of pleased people make you purchase, but the more we have, the less we are. Where's Robin Hood and his merry men? It's in times like these that we need them. Is stealing from the rich really such a crime when the hangman's working overtime? Rags and tatters as the fat cats get fatter and eat cold soup out of cans while they got expensive dinner plans. There should be a tax that the poor could levy, 'cause the pyramid, well, it's too top heavy. And there's so many kinds of people, we're all trying to get along, but when push comes to shove there ain't no love and all compassion is gone. Come on, fat cats, don't you see? You're on the wrong side of history. And the more we have, or the less we are. I said the more we have, the less we are.
This was Lucas Choizimbel with a lovely song, very well played, I have to say. And now from Canada, we go to Newcastle in UK with a band, a young band called the Assembly Lane. Still in the bluegrass, let's say bluegrass old music. They play music inspired or taken from also the British Islands and North America too. And they bring together again a bit of English folk with the country and bluegrass traditions. Who they are? We have Matthew Ord on guitar and vocals, Niles Krieger on fiddle and vocals, Tom Kimber on mandolin and vocals, and Vivan Morris on bass and vocals. And I chose a track from their album called Northbound. Was out in November 2017. So this is Northbound Assembly Lane.
RadioKaosItaly.com, the web radio station.
He was a skinner out of Oklahoma City, just a skin in that heavy load. Asphalt, burning rubber, it was a one-lane road. He was a miner from Kentucky, just a mining for that gold. Boss man told him to harder, or you're gonna lose that job. Tell me, Father, why? Tell me why, Father. He slaved on the southern plantations, never once was an Uncle Tom. Built the states of America, factories, railroads. He's the fisherman in Louisiana, just a fishing that tall black hole. Water spilled oil was the one that won't cast home. Tell me, Father, why? Tell me why, Father. Tell me, Father, why? Tell me why. Pasture, just tossing his lasso rope till stampede cattle bore a heavy load.
Welcome back to the Acoustic Roots Rome from Radio Chaos Italy, broadcasting also on Blues and Roots Radio from Ontario, Canada. And after the jingle, you just listened to this another young band specialized, let's say, in blues and roots all-time country music. And this was an original song from them. The band is called The Band the Barb. Band the Barb. And the song was called Right Now. The band the Barb, in this song, it was a trio. We have Matteo Maggi on guitar, mandolin and vocal. There was Lorenzo Ciarafoni on banjo, guitar and percussion and harmonies, and Alessio Cordaro on a bright bass and harmonies. At the moment, the band is refreshing themselves, let's say that, because they added a new element, a girl on percussion, so go girl, and I'm looking forward to their new releases. So they are Italians, mainly from Rome, but some of them they lived in Canada. Anyway, let's go on now with another artist, a songwriter. I presented him last year, yes, 1 year and a half at least. And his name is Tim Isberg. He's a singer-songwriter originally from Alberta in Canada again, but he traveled a lot around the world, serving in the Canadian Army. From Rwanda to Afghanistan, Tim experienced the challenges of living and working, and he experimented, let's say, the best and the worst. Many of his storyteller songs come from these life adventures. And while he was serving also, Tim was a favorite on folk club circuits, and he performed also Americana and contemporary style original songs, let's say together with covers, so doing a great job in all these circuits and releasing maybe a lot of souls in those difficult moments. So I'm very happy to play a song from him that is called Traveler. This is Tim Isberg.
Confederate North Virginia, round 1863, lived a horse named Traveler, the mount for General Lee. The bond between them was something never seen before the Civil War. Now a horse couldn't know why the gray and blue fought and died for a flag 600,000 would. He only knew his duty to the tall man in gray, and to keep him safe and be brave, and be brave. Neither whip nor spur by the general was applied. His long, low whistle brought the big horse to his side. Traveler was fast, to the front he led, strong and fearless to the end. Trenches at Richmond, the toll at Gettysburg, in the rain, the fire, dead men in the dirt, in the summer heat and winter's biting cold. The saddle, it never left his back, never left his back. Traveler, so gallant and so true, in battle and parade, he'd proudly carry you, charge into the hell of cannon, fire, and sword, and he always brought you home. His name was Traveler, so noble and so bold, his midnight mane and tail, a beauty to behold, a coat of iron gray, standing 16 hands high. What a grand horse he was, the horse you dreamed to ride. His last time on parade, he was led behind the hearse, the caisson bore the general he so proudly served. The saddle draped in black, no rider to be seen, only memories of what had been, what had been. It wasn't long thereafter, the traveler went to rest. At only 14 years, free to run among the best. To this day, his stable door is left open wide to let his spirit ride, his spirit ride. Traveler, so gallant and so true. In battle and parade, he'd proudly carry you. He'd charge into the hell of cannon fire and sword, and he always brought you home. His name was Traveler, so noble and so bold. His midnight mane and tail, a beauty to behold. A coat of iron gray, standing 16 hands high. What a grand horse he was, the horse you dreamed to ride.
With his song Traveler. So a lovely song. Thank you, Tim, for sending over your music. I wish you all the best for your new releases. And now for the Celtic Corner, I want to start with a band that I already presented over the previous shows. This is a band from Italy called Theme. And they released an album years ago with a mixture of original tracks, but mainly Irish traditional music rearranged by the band, or some tunes from the Celtic world, let's say from Scotland or Brittany, etc. I was part of this band, and we decided, as I mentioned in another show, we decided to put together the band this year, but then the pandemic exploded. So I don't know if it is because we decided to play again together after more than 10 years. But today for the Celtic Corner, because it's the last show of the season, I wanted to play a set from our album called Rooibos and Disappunti. Rooibos is the tea, the African tea. Anyway, this is a set composed by a original tune from Aidan O'Rourke that we rearranged, and it's called 3 Steps Forward. And together attached there is the Bourrée de Berry, that is a traditional tune from Brittany, France. So hope you enjoy Theme Band. and with Katia Onofri on flute, Lucrezia Testa Iannilli on boran, Chiara Cavalli on fiddle, and me, Francesca Romana, on guitar. And hopefully we will play again soon. And for the Celtic Corner, I want to go on with an outstanding flute player. This time is Michel Ballatti from northeast of Italy, from Liguria. He plays with several bands, particularly with a very famous band specialized in Irish traditional music, Celtic music, in Italy and abroad. They are the Birkin Tree, and I present to you this set from his album, his solo album that is called The Northern Breeze. And this is a set with three originals from Michel Ballatti, a set called The Humors of Julia, that is the humor of Julia's real Anthony Spiders, and the last one has a very peculiar title that is Farewell to the Mop Top, that is as he wrote, I wrote the last reel when I decided to get rid for good of my curly mop-top style haircut, which I had been sporting for a very long time. I particularly remember him with this big hairy head and now short hair, whatever. Anyway, this is Farewell to Mop-Top. This is this lovely set from Michel Ballatti, again, from this his solo album, and I hope you enjoy as much as I do. what a set. I think I've listened to this set at least 100 times, and I always enjoy it as it was the first time I listened to it. Well, anyway, I'm very passionate about this music, and when there is a very good player and a composer in this case, like Michel Balati, I'm very happy to listen to. Anyway, we arrived at the end of the show. I said this is the last show live from our studio here in Rome, but Acoustic Roots Rome will be still on the Blues and Roots Radio. Considering Blues and Roots Radio, I want to remind you some news. That there is a new online magazine about music, of course, called The Sound Cafe, and as I mentioned, there are reviews, interviews, albums, presentations. So if you are a musician or a promoter and you want to have some publicity about your music or some exposure, just write to Blues and Roots Radio, because it's very interesting, and I really thank Steve Connor for all this effort, especially and particularly during these times that are very difficult for musicians, in going on in promoting musicians and independent music. So thank you, Steve Connor and Ann Connor of Blues and Roots Radio. And I thank you very much Gigi, the fantastic Gigi, has been with me over this year, despite all the troubles and difficulties about everything, because Rome is a difficult town and everything. I mean, is a great guy and a great sound guy and great director of radio shows. So I thank you him very much. I thank you Radio Chaos for hosting my program every Thursday since 2 years and a half now, so I'm very happy. I will be back in the studio. Did you listen? Did you hear my dog? This is Fred, so he wanted to say hi as well. So bye to all of you. Thanks for listening to me. See you over the summer on Blues and Roots Radio, and back to Radio Chaos in September. Thank you very much from Francesca Romana. Enjoy.